Reality. Don't let anybody tell you this is a basic plant. Okay, so I never done a video on my trailing plants, so why not? Some of them I can't pick up because they are too big, but here is one. Here is a beautiful mix. I got this from Lowe's. No, I got this from Home Depot over 2 years ago. My goodness. And it was yeah, I wish I had a photo of how it was, but it's grown a lot. It was not this big. It's a jade philodendron mixed with a neon pothos. When I saw it, I didn't previously have a neon pothos, and so I knew I had to get it because I really wanted that neon pothos. The neon leaves are just so beautiful. And so this one is, yeah, very very long. I've propagated this a lot of times and gave to friends and family. It receives indirect light probably about 10 feet away from a north facing window, and I water her twice a month. Okay, and here is my cute Pothos Enjoy that I got from one of my favorite shops, online shops, called stayingalifesucculents.com. I actually talk about that shop a lot because I have purchased a lot of plants from her. She's local in Fort Worth, Texas, and she's awesome. And she also ships not internationally, nationally in the US. So yeah, check her out if you haven't. But this is a cute little Pothos Enjoy, and I think I purchased it when it was I don't know, it wasn't trailing, so it was like just up here, and I first repotted it. But it's a slow grower for me, but she's still cute and I love her. And she lives on the same wall and area as my lime pothos and jade philodendron, so she receives all the same lighting. And I water her about twice a month as well. And then right next to those babies is my gorgeous Snow Queen Pothos. So this baby has been with me a while, a long time, since 2021, I want to say. And so I purchased this from a big box store. It's either Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those. And this was my first ever Snow Queen Pothos. And she was in like I don't know, a 5-inch or 6-inch something, and tiny. And she was actually much bigger than this and trailing. But this also too, you will hear me say a lot, especially with my trailing plants, I have gave a lot away to friends and families. I've propagated this baby so many times, and yeah, she's really special. A lot of my friends have her. I should name her now that I think about it, because I only have my Monstera names. Okay. But yeah, she's really special to me, and I water her twice a month, and she receives a north facing window as well, and also indirect lighting from my artificial light. Okay, and I can't ignore the obvious. I do have a jade philodendron that's behind me, and I actually just propagated her a couple days ago. She was hanging on the floor. I propagated her a lot. And so this beautiful jade philodendron, she's actually been living here now, right here, for 2 years. Prior to that, she was living across the room, and I water her twice a month as well. She receives the same lighting, north facing window, and she's very easy and forgiving. If I do forget to water her, if I go a little bit longer, she's like, "Mom, I got you. I'm gonna stay alive." So yeah, she's a very easy plant for me, and she's like the center end piece of my black shelf because she is so big and lush. So I really love her up here. Okay, here is a small, skimpy Syndapsis pictus. This was a 3-leaf cutting, and she's, yeah, she's not full and bushy, but it's okay. You're still beautiful. But yeah, she started off as a cutting and she's growing really well. And so I have this plant a lot. I love the Scindapsus, the leaves. If you don't have this plant, go get it. Because if you look real closely, there's a beautiful silver shimmer to them. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And this is another easy plant to take care of. Okay, so here's my other Scindapsus. This was also a cutting. I think this was a 2 or 3 leaf cutting as well that I went ahead and potted in this beautiful gold Jafame plant from Amazon, which I will link in the description. And she lives on, obviously, this plant shelf. And then here is my other beautiful Scindapsus. Now this one I believe is the egregious. Scindapsus egregious, correct me if I'm wrong. And this one I got, I would say it's been about 5-6 months. I purchased this the beginning of this year at Lowe's in Dallas, Texas, and look how full she is. That is why I purchased her. I was like, my goodness, I've seen this plant a lot of times, but I haven't seen it this full, so I knew I had to have it. And I love it because it's on top of my mirror and she loves to be in my pictures. And then this one over here by the fish tank, this I purchased as a 4-inch plant. I want to say the end of last year. I purchased her, she was doing well, and then she actually rotted. And so I had her propagating in water for, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 months until the roots were a good length. And then I went ahead and I potted her in this pot. And then as you can see in my IKEA cabinet, I have even more Scindapsus because they're beautiful. And this is a recent one that I just did last week, where this is my first Scindapsus in a Leca pond mixture. And I got this cute cachet pot from a grocery store called Albertsons. It was on sale for $2 and I was like, I have to have it, and I think it looks so cute in this. Oh, and I can't forget this one. So first of all, look at this adorable pot that I got for a few bucks at Walmart, this Monstera pot. And here is another Scindapsus. I don't even remember where she came from. I think she came from one of my big mamas I had, and I water propagated her and put her in there. I'm not sure, but yes, here's that one. And she needs water. Get water right now. Here is my beautiful global green. Look at her. Look at this cutie. I almost dropped her. Okay, so this was a Cost of Farms by $19.99. I think I purchased this false. No, yes. I purchased this in, I don't know, probably a year and a half ago or so. But she's been doing great. And behind me is cuttings of her in that cute black pot, and I also have other cuttings in my IKEA cabinet. So I propagate my trailing plants like crazy because they're just so easy to propagate, and honestly they just grow really well, and they grow more like when you propagate it. Don't be afraid to cut your plants. Just do it. Okay, so here is another Scindapsus. Look how big she is. I first purchased her as 2 small, what are they called? Oh my gosh, 2 small plants. They were in like, I think 4-inch nursery pots. So I purchased one, and then a few months later I purchased another one, and then I potted them together, or I purchased them together. And she was so tiny. Baby is trailing. She's so beautiful, and not only that, look how big her leaves are. Where's her biggest one? Oh my gosh, her leaves are, I think this is one of her biggest ones, like in comparison to my hand, compared to my other Scindapsus, which are much smaller. My goodness. And she loves the north facing window. She's been living here in my bedroom on the windowsill for over a year now. Before that, she was living on the windowsill in the plant room, which is also a north facing window as well. And she she just loves it, so that's where I keep her. I just do whatever she tells me to do. And so she just receives the lighting from the north facing window, and I water her like twice a month. But oh, she is gorgeous. I love her. Now for my next baby. This is my Philodendron Brazil. Look how big and beautiful she is. And she is on this heart trellis. You can't really tell. I haven't pinned any more leaves up because I just love the way she looks. And as you see, she is on this. This was just a home decor item I found from Big Lots, where you just like, you can put it like on a table or something. And I immediately, as I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is a plant stand. And I just have my planter just sitting on it. So yes, if you ever go shopping with me, nothing is what it seems. Everything is able to be an accessory for plants. But yes, this is another baby that receives north facing window and indirect lighting from the artificial window. And I water her twice a month and propagated her a lot. I say this a lot. Well, I love all of my plants, y'all, so I can say that a lot, right? Okay. I love her, and just the striping on her, the color, and look, like when her new leaves come out, look at the coloring on her. Just so beautiful. And yes, she is trailing. She would be longer than she is now, but I have, once again, propagated her as well. These are extremely easy plants to propagate. Cut it, put that node in water, wait, and plant. So okay, so I didn't know if I was gonna show this one because technically it's up. Ooh, hey, 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 reality. Because technically it is up on my wall across from my room where I have everything, and this was trailing on the window. And I think she looks so cute, but technically she's trailing, right? Yeah. I know obviously you can put these on a pole or whatever, but I just like what she's doing, and she looks cute up on the window, the mirror window. And this is a Costa Farms buy. This was 1984, and it's in their self-watering pots. I'm not a fan of them, but I've been too lazy to remove her. But I have noticed lately she has been a very thirsty girl. I don't like that, and so I might transfer her to a semi-hydro, but I'll see. But she is thriving. I purchased her beginning of this year, and she was nowhere as full and long, and I had so many runners from her. And like I said, I just purchased her at the beginning of this year, and my friends already have cuttings of her. And I just currently propagated one of her most beautiful variegated leaves as well, which I can't wait to pot those together. And yeah, the plant that keeps on giving. You go, girl. You go. You go, girl. You go. Okay, so up here is a very special plant. This is a golden pothos that I purchased as a 2-leaf cutting in October 2020. It was my very first pothos, and so obviously she's very special to me. And not too long ago, I went ahead and decided to pot up some Philodendron Brazils in her. Brazils. Philodendron Brazil. Not some just, oh my goodness. And not too long ago, I decided to pot a Philodendron Brazil cutting in her, and she looks really good, and she's very special to me. I'm gonna try to pick up this plant. I don't know why, because I know it's heavy, but I want you to see how big this plant is. Okay. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh my gosh. Okay. But this is my big beautiful pothos from IKEA. I purchased this over 2 years ago. She was a hanging 6-inch, and I decided to put her on a moss pole, which I don't keep moist. Now she's just trailing, which is fine. But yes, you just look. I don't even need to say a lot about her because she's beautiful. And look at those big leaves. If you don't have a golden pothos in your home, get one. They are always available everywhere, and they're just beautiful plants. Don't let anybody tell you this is a basic plant. This is a beautiful plant that you can never have too many of. Okay, here is my Monstera Peru. Not too long ago I did a video on her. She was like having a fit and I repotted her, and baby girl is doing much better, so I'm very happy about that. And really don't have a lot to say about her. I mean, she's cute. I love the textured leaves. I try to keep her on the moist side. I don't let her dry out completely now, since she did throw a fit. And I have successfully propagated her and have a baby. Isn't she so cute? Look at the baby. This took, like, not even exaggerating, 4-5 months to root in water. It took forever, but here we are. We have a baby from mama. That's all that matters. And I did purchase mama from Home Depot or Lowe's, Costa Farms. So yeah, Monstera Peru. Okay, here is my cute little philodendron, neon philodendron. She actually needs water right now, so let's do that together. And so this I purchased as a small pot, I think a 4-inch, last year or so ago. And she's been doing good, fine. I do want another one because I love the light green to it, and I try to keep her moist. I don't let her dry out all the way, and she's been doing good. Okay, and here is my beautiful philodendron silver stripe. So fun fact, I purchased her as a big full 6-inch hanging plant, and then literally less than a month ago she was just rotting. It was horrible. A lot of the stems did rot on this that I tried to propagate in water, but I was able to save these, so I'm happy about that, but sad about the others because it was a full hanging pot, but it's okay. Okay, so over here there's several. We have a Hoya. I don't know if this is a Hoya Splash or a Hoya Pubicalyx. Y'all let me know. I'm not a Hoya girl. It was gifted to me by Deborah. If you're watching this, I love you and thank you so much. I forgot the variety of Hoya this is, but she's grown a lot. She lives on top of Essie. Essie loves her, so they have that connection. And look at my hanging Lime Maranta, which has bloomed 3 times for me. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Yes, 3 times. And I love her. She's right under the Soltech light. She's living her best life. And then over here I do have a hanging lime pothos, and then I have a lime pothos that's in leca beneath her. And all of these receive the Soltech lighting, obviously, and also indirect light from the north facing window. Okay, so I have my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. She's trailing on top of Alexander, and she's also, well, she's trailing up, climbing up if you will, and then trailing down. So I'll consider her as a trailing plant, but since she is in between his stems, I'm not going to pick her up. But this is another one, and she's so pretty, and I purchased her over a year ago, and she wasn't hanging at all. These Rhaphidiforma tetraspermas, they grow so fast. They're fairly easy plant, and not even lying, probably like, I don't know, 6-7 different people, friends and families, have this plant because I'm always propagating it, and it's just so easy to root in water. It roots so quick. So yes. And right here we have another Hoya. I think it's a Hoya Splash. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, she lives here. She receives just this north facing window light, and she's pretty, and I just hope one day I can have a Hoya to bloom for me. That would be awesome. I'll most likely like record it and scream at the same time because I always see it online, and their blooms are so beautiful, and I would love to just experience that. Trailing plants. Don't fall. That's all. I'm trying to think how I should start this. I was going to fall.